Yeah. What's up? Good, popping, cracking, percolating. What's really good in the hood? We are in here. We in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. An informative time, definitely informative time. We gonna take a look at what the future may hold in regards to Black Panther, Wakanda, in comics and in film. Yeah. Before we begin, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, because you know, might forget. We got one. I see we got one. I'm gonna put the brand new reading glasses on and everything like that. We got one. That's not yet enough to have some fun, but we gonna make it do what it gonna do. So as soon as we get two, we up it. We up. Oh, yeah, we got two. We got two. Y'all know me. I consider two to be a crew. So full disclosure, trying to keep up with my schedule. We are a Black Panther channel. That is what we are. Let me see here. Buffering a little bit. There we go. We back. I'm watching with y'all. Kimoyo King is in the building. President of the Black Panther fan group is in the building. Yeah, okay. I see we buffering again. So I'm gonna try this. Give me a second. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. Let me see something here. Let me see. I'm gonna try this. Y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. There we go. We changed some stuff. I heard what the Rock With Me Nation was saying and everything like that. We definitely don't want to do buffering. We want to make sure folks can enjoy the show. So I'm a Black Panther fan. You're a Black Panther fan. We're a Black Panther fan. I feel like we just got to get it out there. 1966 is what that is. 60 years is what that is. This year 60. Inconsistent runs, right? We got that. If you older than me or as old as me, this gonna make some sense. You feel exactly what I'm going through. So we Fantastic Four, Jungle Action. We get some Avengers in there, right? Marvel 2-in-1, a little bit of that. What we get, a 15-issue run by Jack Kirby, something like that. Get a 4-issue run. He pop up here, he pop up there. Avengers, Fantastic Four. Showed up over there in England. He did. Knights of the Pendragon. He did. He damn sure did. Showed up over there. T'Challa be all over the place, except where he need to be. Oh man. Wesley Snipes want to play him, right? Live action. No, Blade. Okay. Well, I mean, he did his thing in Blade. We're not tripping. He did his thing in Blade. We get Christopher Priest. And we got a writer that's doing some great stuff, but I don't think the writer really appreciates the great stuff he did for T'Challa. Like, I don't think the writer, I think Reginald Hudlin knows what he did for the character. I don't think Christopher Priest really appreciates what he did for the character. It's my channel. I'm gonna drop names. I don't care. But the run by Christopher Priest was nice. We're not gonna do that. Some stuff we didn't like, but by and large, we liked it, right? Reginald Hudlin, Jonathan Mayberry. Shout out to Jonathan Mayberry, showed up on the show. Hopefully one day we'll be able to get Reginald Hudlin on the show. I don't know. I might be messing that up. I like to get Sherilyn Eaton on the show, but once again, I might be messing that up. We got David Lish. And I don't even think, folks, when we talked about Black Panther writers, this me, I'm not going to do that right there. But was we really talking about David Lish? I don't even think we're talking about Peter B. Gillis. When we talked about writers that had contributed to Black Panther lore, were we talking about them two dudes? I don't think we were talking about John. I think we said Jonathan Hickman. I don't think we was talking about Jonathan Mayberry. Soul of the Machine, Marvel did that and everything like that. The Crew, we got that and everything like that. We got Wakanda. Yeah, we round about the movie. That my mentor, my elder, just popped up in the building. Mr. Ray Smith. What's going on, Mr. Smith? What's going on? So we Chadwick Boseman, we know the story, right? Driver gives him the comic book. It's gonna be your next role. Get the call, okay, what it is and everything like that. He walk out. Marvel Studios got the Black Panther costume. Grown folks start crying. Hey. So we see it on film. You feeling good? I'm feeling good. Because we get him on animation, right? Not his own, unless you BET. But then again, his cartoon run would mimic his comic book run. Small, short. You got 4 episodes. You get him all over the damn place. Ironically enough, in animation, no differently than you could in comic. He'd be all over the place except where he's supposed to be at. Oh, he be in Iron Man. What is it? Armor. The Armor. The stories of Tony Stark. Yeah, he was on that. Popped up in the Fantastic Four, didn't he? Yeah, man, he did. He did. Popped up in Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yes, Lord. Popped up in Avengers Assemble. Yeah. Even had his own little season, but it wasn't Black Panther. Like it wasn't his stuff. It was kind of like what he did with Matt Murdock, Daredevil. He just kind of like took over a whole season. Okay. Can't say folks don't get hyped about the dude. Folks, every time the dude pop up, folks get hyped. Oh, T'Challa, Black Panther, Wakanda. Regardless, when the dude pop up, every time dude pop up, folks be like, oh, damn it, we got it. You thirsty. You thirsty. You walking in the Sahara Desert. You get you some T'Challa. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me get it. And then you got to walk for miles. You don't know how many miles, but you just got to walk again until you get you some more T'Challa. It's going to always be a surprise because you as a fan of Black Panther, you don't have it within you just to know he going to always be around. You don't. You used to him coming and going. What you used to. You get live action. You feeling good. Some of us had waited 50 years to get T'Challa live action, which is some of us had waited 40 years, 40, 50 years to get T'Challa live action. And the damnedest thing is people that had waited 40, 50 years had folks that had just been waiting 10, 15 years telling them to wait. I can mention Derek Boseman's interview. I think me just saying Derek Boseman's interview, I think that speaks for itself. But if you are a veteran, moviegoer, there were some things in regards to T'Challa that just weren't consistent with other folks, other characters. The actor passed away right off the rip. In the same breath, they announced no recast and a sequel. I've never seen that before in my life. And you saw it one time. You saw it one time where a studio announced a non-recast and a sequel all in the same breath. You've only seen it one time. You didn't see it before the end. You ain't seen it after the end. But the studio has had the same scenario fall in its lap, and even it didn't repeat it. After that, what we get? We get shout out to Alex Ross over there on Twitter and everything like that. He's talking about the work that he's proud of the covers that he did on Black Panther. And I want to let him know that there were quite a few of us that, as far as we were concerned, his artwork was the best thing about that whole damn run. Like, I want Mr. Ross to understand, with quite a few of us, the only good thing we can say is what you did on the covers. That's all. We can't say nothing about the writing at all. We can't. We just can't. We can't. So your artwork, yeah. But think about that for a second. It was 15 issues, and that was trash. I don't, in all my years of reading comic books, I don't think I've ever read 15 issues of trash, consistent trash. Like you know, no, that ain't me being sensitive. Because like I tell folks, I'm a Batman fan, Cyclops. You know what? I would contribute that 15 issue run, that trash, to how Scott Summers, the character, got treated in the Fox X-Men movies. Trash. just complete, utter, wanton trash. Just trash. Okay, well, we got that. I don't know who signed off on that. I don't know why we got that. Hell, I don't even know why somebody considered that to be canon, but clearly. Some folks like Black Panther too. To this day, I don't know why. Like, if you like a good script and you like a good plot, there was nothing to like about Black Panther 2. Now, if you telling me you went to pay your respects to Chadwick Boseman, okay, I get that. But saying you went to go pay your respects to Chadwick Boseman and saying Black Panther 2 was a good film, that's not the same thing. You know better. You know better. Which, by the way, I'm saying that because the Black Panther fan base has been split ever since 2020. December 2020. Black fans have been split. I dare say since December 2020. So then I look at the runs that came after John Ridley's run, Dr. Eve Ewing. And you had some fans, you still have those fans today, that I like what Kimoyo said. They are suffering from MCU and John Ridley PTSD when it comes to T'Challa, Black Panther, the world of Wakanda. Can't appreciate whatever they get put in front of them. Okay, that's a damn problem because they loud on social media with it. Loud and wrong. Like they're looking for the perfect story. I'm going to help y'all out. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as the perfect story. There's the story you like and the story you don't like. It's just that damn simple. There's the story that makes sense and the story that doesn't make sense. Now, the damnest thing is the story that makes sense, you ain't got to like it. But from a literary standpoint, it'll make sense. Liking a story that makes no sense, literary-wise, it's crazy. But you have some of us that are suffering from PTSD. Okay, that's not a good look. And mind you, I'm doing this right now. I'm free spitting, but I already hollered at ChatGPT. The outlook ain't good. I'm gonna tell you what ChatGPT say in a minute, but here's because one of us was like, we don't have enough information to form an opinion. Yes, we do. We do have enough information to form an opinion. Was T'Challa not written inconsistently before the movie? Yep, it was. At the height of him being in the movie, what transpired? You got action figures like you never got them before. You had him in a 15-issue series and a 10-issue series. And after that, everything went back to the norm. Everything went back to status quo. Now, if you've been rocking with myself, my brother Daryl, and everything like that, you should be able to appreciate what status quo, because the writer actually used it. When you come in to write a character, you are either coming in to maintain the status quo or shake up the status quo. Did they call you or did you call them? Are you coming in with some type of cachet where you can do whatever you want to do? Or are you coming in and you got to do what they're telling you to do? All that matters. All of that matters. when we look at the future for the character, well, all you got to do is think back to 2020. What were you looking at in the future in regards to the character then? You were concerned. You were worried. Based on the misinformation, the character's misportrayal in the MCU, as a Black Panther comic book fan, you were concerned. When you saw what transpired during D22, when they quietly walked out Harrison Ford, did not make not one statement about the dude who played William Hurt. As a Black Panther fan, you were concerned. You were. When you read John Ridley's run as a Black Panther fan, you were rubbed raw. When they sat up there and did that nonsense in which a writer tried to, a Black writer, because see, that's why I'm looking at it. Where's your allegiance at first? Is it to the studio or is it to your people? Because if it's to your people, don't come crying to your people when you get mistreated by the studio, because you didn't give two damns about your people when it came to the character that your people cared about. No, you didn't give two damns then. You didn't do what Dwayne McDuffie did. You didn't fight. You capitulated. You compromised. You went along with it. Then when the studio cut you loose, wrongfully, I might add, you was wrong. They were wrong. When the studio cut you loose, then you turned to your people. That should have been who you came to first. But what wound up happening? You sat up there and you was what? And I don't know why, because at some point in time, there was some of us that when we said no T'Challa, no dollar, recast T'Challa, we meant it. Some of us didn't stand 10 toes down. So not only did you watch X-Men 97, you got pissed off by X-Men 97 when you shouldn't have been watching it in the first place, based on your own statements, based on your own emotions that you couldn't wait to share on social media. Oh, we mad about T'Challa. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You not mad about T'Challa like that dude was mad about them changing up the Coca-Cola formula. You're not. You not mad about T'Challa in ways that Paul Bear Bryant was mad that the University of Alabama didn't want to bring no Black players onto the team. You wasn't that mad. You wasn't that mad, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because I know I know it kind of, when you say recast T'Challa, I'm just gonna be honest with you, it don't hit the same for me. Your anger and your outrage, it don't hit the same for me. And now, if it don't hit the same for me, and I'm here, you don't think Marvel is looking at the message boards? They're here. They got more resources than I do. If we can sit up here and talk about somebody got bots here, somebody using burner accounts there, you not thinking about when you go on social media and just ... You're not thinking that the MC, my grandmother once said, everything that's known ain't meant to be spoke on. Sometimes you just need to keep stuff to yourself. It's called the art of discernment. Peace be still. God gave us two eyes, two nostrils, two ears, and one mouth for a reason. And I promise you, there are way more of us that love using our mouth, way more than we love doing everything else. Them other senses, we're not going to do it. Okay, well, I'm not the only one looking. And you care about that character. Okay, well, you felt some type of way about Black Panther, Ultimate Black Panther. Was it a great story? No. It was all right. It was good. It was. Some of us bashed that damn story. Just like we bashed Dr. Eve Ewing's run and couldn't understand why she only got a 10-issue run. Well, if they don't know what to do or don't want to do, wanting criticism ain't gonna cut it. still enabling them by participating in the nonsense they got going on, ain't gonna cut it. So what's the outlook? What should you expect as a Black Panther fan? Comic book wise, film wise. Well, because the Black Panther fan base is split, you're never going to, until somebody changes their philosophy over at Marvel, you're not going to get anything remotely close to T'Challa or Wakanda on the big screen. Ryan Coogler is gatekeeping, and they trust his vision more than they trust Jack Kirby's vision, Stan Lee's vision, Don McGregor's vision, Peter B. Gillis's vision, Christopher Priest's vision, Reginald Hudlin vision, Jonathan Hickman vision. Did I say Jonathan Mayberry? Did I say did I say Ta-Nehisi Coates? Did I say Dr. Eve Ewing? Did I say Cheryl Lynn Eaton? Hell, Brian Hill. They don't give a damn about none of those writers. No, Ryan Coogler, who clearly ain't picked up not one damn Black Panther book, clearly is not a Black Panther fan. That's who the studio has entrusted with their #1 Black IP. That's the same dude who came up with the Lies of Wakanda, and no comic book fan gave two damns about it. Black content creators who don't give two damns about the character, aren't knowledgeable about the character, said the only reason why folks didn't like the Lies of Wakanda was because they were racist. So you got a studio ran by a dude who low-key is over the comic book portion of it. Yeah, we say C.B. Cebulski, but C.B. Cebulski, to a degree, is capitulating to Kevin Feige. That's just what that is. Even though they swore they weren't going to, they're starting to let the MCU influence them in ways, mind you, James Gunn is not trying to influence DC Comics. DC Comics ain't trying to influence James Gunn. There's a clear-cut difference over there. But over here, as a Black Panther fan, you can't say the Black director that's been entrusted with safeguarding the IP gives two damns about the IP. As a Black Panther fan, even right now, March 2026, even though we're supposed to be celebrating the character's 60th anniversary, you can't even say the comic book company that owns the #1 Black superhero IP gives two damns about that character. So when you think about the future, everybody play a part. The part you're going to play is the part you're going to play, but everybody play a part. Everybody play a part. Left to their own discretion, I don't expect the studio to give two damns about anything Black Panther, T'Challa, Wakanda related. Black Panther 3 is going to be a bastard of a movie. It will have little to anything to do with the comic books. But as a Black Panther fan, you should expect that, because what has the MCU done with your favorite characters' lore? Just think about that for a second. Your character is credited with a lot of things in Marvel Comics that your character gets no recognition for in live action. Your character is responsible, our character is responsible for the Avengers having a Quinjet. MCU fans don't give two damns. Black, white, Jew, Gentile, they don't care. But that is a key component. If Tony Stark could do this in a cave out of scraps, and that matters to a Iron Man fan, then T'Challa being the reason why the Avengers having a Quinjet, that matters to a Black Panther fan. Let's keep going. Sam ain't flying without T'Challa. That means something to Black Panther fans. Now, MCU fans, black, white, Jew, Gentile, don't give two damns. The studio didn't give two damns. Those are two major accomplishments of T'Challa that they've given to somebody else. You either care or you don't. Even if we go back to Captain America, the first Avenger, that damn shield ain't got made out of no damn vibranium. Where the hell was Azuri? That's T'Challa's grandfather. Who gave two damn? They cared enough to use vibranium because they couldn't use adamantium, but they didn't give two damns about Wakanda. Thus, they didn't give two damns about T'Challa, his history, his grandfather's history, the contribution that history plays a part in to Captain America. How many is that? 3. That's 3. That's 3. Who cut off Claw's arm? It damn sure was an Ultron. That means something to a Black Panther fan, no differently than, hey, is Joe Chill the Joker or no when it comes to a Batman fan? We not playing around with that. What is that, 4? Was that 4? Captain America Civil War. T'Chaka takes a dirt nap because Zemo wants to hurt the Avengers, not because Claw wanted the vibranium. That's a major part of that character's story. Is that 5? Is that 5? Cool. Who the hell is in Jobu? We're not making up fictional characters when it comes to Batman and Superman. You're going to respect their lore. But we had a Black director and we had a Black writer not give two damn. Who the fuck is in Jobu? I'm still trying to figure that out because that damn show ain't T'Chaka's brother. Nobody gave two damns, black, white, Jew, Gentile. Mind you, until me and Dora came on the scene, you didn't even have Black content creators calling that out. You didn't. You had Black content creators telling you it was great. They weren't educating on you in regards to Jobu. They couldn't give two damns, whether they were comic book reviewers or whether they were movie reviewers. They could have been Black. They told you to gobble it up. How many is that? 6? How many is that? 6? I'm just checking. Okay, T'Challa passed away from what? That's 8. Queen Mother Ramunda passed away from what? That's 9. I ain't got 2 Black Panthers running around Wakanda at the same time because I'm supposed to have that. That's 10. Mind you, I got a Black director overseeing all this. So I got the Black animation. Okay, where's Mosi? No Mosi? Where's Bashinga? I'm doing these Eyes of Wakanda when I can give fans actual Black Panther lore. I can do it. I'm choosing to tell my own damn story. Or watch this, because this will be the time when you hear me quote other content creators who don't give two damns about us. You got the director inserting himself in the damn story. You got the writer inserting himself. The executive. You know what they not giving two damns about? The character. So when you ask me what I think the future lays, well, did they give two damns about the character when it came to a video game? No. No. 2 video games. They want to make money. Number 1 Black superhero IP. They didn't give two damns about the character. So this me. Now, this me finna be selfish when I make this statement. but quite a few of us can make this statement. I'm not the only one. I got Wakanda at the house. I got Wakanda at the house because outside of me, there's very few folks that I can rely on that's going to stay in the fight to guarantee that T'Challa stays front and center. So I'm not necessarily pressed for Marvel Comics to put him back in the comics. I didn't experience this before. And considering it took some of us 40, 50, 60 years just to get him to see him live action, just to have younger brothers and sisters tell their grandparents to wait, well, I ain't got no faith in you either. So let me be clear. I ain't got faith in quite a few Black Panther comic book fans. I have no faith in Black Panther MCU fans. I don't. I don't have faith in any so-called actor, writer, director, black, that say they care about the character. I don't have faith, confidence in the comic book company that owns the character. So what is my outlook for T'Challa? All things Black Panther related. The toy company is going to give me another action figure. Good looking. The MCU is going to give me another sorry ass movie that we cannot wait to gobble up and entertain, even though it will have damn near every stereotypical black trope in it. Because if they ain't said recast T'Challa and you've been calling yourself hashtag recast T'Challa, T'Challa no dollar, I don't even know why you checking for that damn movie until somebody say something about the primary T'Challa is coming back, not a variant. A variant means you're settling for something nobody else has. And because you don't know how to stand 10 toes down, like the dude about Coca-Cola, because somewhere in your mind, it has been programmed within you, it's better to settle for anything as opposed to fight for the right thing. I know, because some of y'all actually say that on social media. I'm going to read these notes, get to this, because I appreciate y'all pulling up. Thank y'all so much. I may or may not read what ChatGPT said, but mind you, ChatGPT was programmed by a person. And while I know who I am as far as being a Black Panther fan, I can't tell you that that person is as much as a Black Panther fan as I am. But let me get to these notes. I appreciate this. Let me see what we got going on here all the way up to the top. Here we go. Kimoyo King in the building. Mr. Ray Smith, my elder in the building. King of the Sigma. What is going on? What I missed? You ain't missed nothing, big dog. We're just looking at the future prospects of Black Panther in comics and in movies. You ain't missed nothing, big. I appreciate you putting up, big dog. Some of them wine way here. Too early to tell what this year holds for T'Challa. When you say it's too early to tell this year, let me see. I got the 60th anniversary special, right? I don't think anybody gave two damns about that. All right. Well, you only got two more issues. You only got two more issues of Intergalactic Black Panther. I think you hang out in the same spots I hang out in. You seen any notifications? You seen any solicits? And they put them solicits out months in advance. So anything that was going to happen with T'Challa in September, August, we'd have known by now. Do you hear anything from Marvel editorial that T'Challa might be showing up in the Avengers? You don't think they would want to get you crunk for that? You a Black Panther fan. Like I said, they see you on social media. No, you ain't heard nothing. That's historical. When you normally don't hear anything regarding T'Challa, there's a reason for that. They not finna do nothing. So when I'm looking at, I say I turned 58 in April. I'm looking at 40 years worth of history. 48 years worth of history. And some of that history real damn recent. Problem is really that, and this from Asiatic, problem is really that even a recast ain't exciting alone because T'Challa got done so dirty in Black Panther 1. No, like I said, when you take that into consideration, you low-key saying it. Your outlook for the character ain't that good in the movies. It ain't too early for you to already project that. See how you project it? Right, and you're not wrong. That's you going on recent history. You're not wrong for doing that. Grand Madam Tarot, my spiritual advisor in the building. I had another episode. Say she had another episode with Storm and T'Challa. They be acting up in her house, y'all. We're gonna have to see what we're gonna have to ask Grand Madam for a special T'Challa Aurora reading, even though we know those are fictional characters. We're gonna have to do that. Let's see here. Daddy, you know it's a shame. I want to be happy about sinners, but when I see Kugler, I see red. I can understand that. I do. I can understand that in more ways than a little bit. Me and my wife went walking last night. Went for a walk. And you know how once again, shout out to the Bozeman family. I still need to get into finding out how to review that play, watch that play that Chadwick wrote. But when he was on Urban Faith, he said he could go deeper, but it might sound conspiratorial. He said that. Like I said, I hear stuff and I park it. I hear it, I park it. Maybe I'll come back to it. Maybe I won't, but I park it because you just never know. And I think about what Chadwick Boseman said about how we're always pitted against one another. It's never all of us and everything like that. It's always one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And how he wanted that reverse Ocean's 11 thing, except with us being the bigger cast. Me and my wife were walking last night. We were walking to the store. And I'm not going to repeat what I said to her because I would understand that some people felt some type of way about that statement. Because the statement, legally speaking, is something somebody could take you to court over. And I don't, you got to be responsible with your words. But pillow talk. I think about what Derek said his prayer was because they felt like he was going to get better. Spiritual praying man, he had overcome it before, felt like he was going to overcome it again. And Derek was praying for that until he went to go check on his brother. And Chadwick said to him, "I'm tired. Take me out the game." He changed his prayer after that because he knew his brother was ready to go. Cynthia, where you going with this? I just think about how things have moved, what's transpired, what's happened in the entertainment world since Chadwick Boseman passed. And as Grand Madam Tarot would tell you, I'm one of those people. I sit back and I just watch patterns. I ain't got to speak on everything I see. I don't. But I do see something. I do. To your point, Jadix, yeah, I get it. I get it. What's that thing somebody can be sued for when they make a statement about somebody and it's perceived to be harmful and everything like that? I was talking to my wife last night. Some just don't sit right in my spirit. And while I can sit back and say the same thing, Jadix, I like Sinners. I felt like Sinners was a good movie. I did. I did. But I look at projects outside of centers. I look at projects that person been attached to. We say representation, imagery, love, loyalty. I just look at what that person been attached to. And so yeah, aesthetics, I said that to say this. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Let me see. My loyalty is to the black character, not the black creator. Better have a track record. You're not wrong for that. You're not wrong for that either. You're not wrong for that at all. A lot of these folks have FOMO real bad, so they don't stand on business. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I when you say that, because I'd be like, I don't know why it's easy for me. Ben Roethlisberger make a jacked up behind comment about his coach. They were the only two Steelers jerseys I had. I put both of them. Oh, we burning jerseys? We burning jerseys? I know how to burn a jersey. I took both my Ben Roethlisberger jerseys, the black one and the white one, sat them right there on the grill, put some gasoline, said, this is why I'm doing it, and lit it up. We doing video. I did a video too. It ain't that hard for me. I ain't never understood Josh Payton. My wife would tell you, I was following Josh Payton, college football, even to a degree, taking notes, how he interacted with people. You got one time. One. Oh, you bring Donald onto the show? Okay, I'm gonna subscribe. I ain't got to make a fuss. I ain't got to go back and forth. All I'm gonna say is, damn, I sure don't want to do this. Anyway, click. I don't get there was a time all of us found something else to watch before there was an MCU. It ain't like you've been having an MCU since. I know some of us. But damn, there was a time there was no MCU around. So I don't understand how you can say recast T'Challa no dollar, and cannot devoid yourself of the MCU. I don't get that at all. Like, you should be like, to mind you, you should be more knowledgeable than anybody in the MCU. The stories you've read, the MCU ain't got a damn thing, ain't on none of the stories you've read. And you know that. You know that. So do you really need the MCU? I'm like Kimoyo saying, recast T'Challa no dollar, and you still watching stuff from the MCU, but because you complaining every day. Well, I see what you're doing. And if I see what you're doing and I got limited resources, you need to know the MCU and Marvel Comics see what you're doing too. If they see what you're doing, they're gonna move that. This is what they're gonna say. They just talking. they just talking. That's all it is. They just talking. Some of us don't even know how to keep the main thing when we be talking. They just talking. They don't even know what they mad about. They don't even know what they're mad about. Come on, especially if the Shields keep talking about T'Challa Jr. I don't even understand how you're a comic book fan. I go back to it. You're a comic book fan. The character Wakanda is already effed up because there's a division between Black Panther MCU fans and Black Panther comic book fans. But I would ask the question, how in the hell are you saying you're a Black Panther comic book fan and you entertaining the idea of a T'Challa Jr. on screen? You ain't even got T'Challa Jr. in the comics. And then if you call yourself a pro-Black person, how you settling for a child out of wedlock? Keep going. If you are a T'Challa fan, root for Doomsday to fail. A scare of firefighting is the best bet. You know what, Feige? I'm gonna say, you know what, Jadek? I honestly don't care. I'm not rooting for it one way or the other. And here's why. If it does do well, is it going to be because of the story, or is it because it's going to be because of the overpacked roster of actors they got in it? Deadpool Wolverine was nice. I don't think folks bragging about the story. I damn sure don't think we sit up here wanting Cassandra Cain to be the main villain, but it had Hugh Jackman and Ryan. I wasn't rooting against that movie. I wasn't rooting for that movie, but I did understand. Watch where I go with this one. Deadpool and Wolverine, if it succeeds, can give, if somebody don't know anything about what they're doing, it will give them a false sense of security. You'll think you back on track when you further off the rails than you thought you were before. So when I look at Doomsday, mind you, as comic book fans, we know where they're drawing the story from, right? If the story is nice, it's going to be nice. But the story being nice ain't going to have nothing to do with whether or not that movie does well. Chris Evans is in it. Stop. I ain't even finna act like that. That's a European male, and women all across the world find him attractive. Robert Downey Jr. is back. Well, he appeals to quite a few alpha males, regardless of who they are. He gonna beat up. Chris Hemsworth gonna beat up. I guarantee at some point in time, we're gonna see him with his shirt off. Definitely gonna see him with his arms out. All right. All right. Now, according to one of the leaks, one of them, Teyonah Parris should be in the movie, according to one of the leaks. I would say we shall see, but no, I won't. No, I won't. Black Panther suits making vibranium, inert vibranium detectors, all to child, all that. Let's see here. Once again, with the late notification. You two with the late notification, you know how they get down. Look, the real world sucks right now, so I'm trying to be a bit more optimistic about the child. But yeah, I expect, man. You know what? Remember when I said I think we related? Because I'll be wanting to be optimistic too. I do. I'm right there with you. Like, oh man, come on. I'm not gonna keep fooling myself though. I'm not. And see, this is why I'm saying that to myself. I'm preparing myself like they're not going to do anything. Yeah. This will be one of them times I actually am going with the worst case scenario. I'm assuming they're not gonna do nothing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull all my resources together to build up my Wakanda, my Black Panther in the house, and build up the Rock With Me Nation and everything like that, Black Panther lore, so we can come amongst ourselves and talk about Black Panther all we want to. Like we can give each other some ideas and everything like that on how to share our Black Panther love with one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you can go get you an action figure from right here. We can come up with some posters, some pictures and everything like that, and be sending them all out to the Rock With Me Nation. You can literally have Black Panther all in your house and everything like that. And ooh, Lord, good have mercy, Jesus. I don't even want to talk about the fan fiction. We just need to get near each other. We could put Byron in a Black Panther suit. He got the T'Challa accent down pat. Now we just let Daryl be one of the elders and everything. I don't know who the hell I'm gonna be, because I don't think my Black Panther, I don't think my Wakanda accent is good at all. But I'm just saying that's where I'm at with it. That's what I'm doing. I ain't preparing them for nothing. Man, we get us a streaming platform and everything like that, and play us some Marvel Ultimate Alliance with T'Challa in it. The old school. Yeah, I ain't relying on them for nothing else. Like, I ain't realize we already got folks doing videos. Yeah, I ain't relying on them nothing else. I'm tired of being disappointed. To me, Kugler and Bozeman are opposites in that Chad. In that Chad doesn't want to be the only one, whereas Ryan very much feels like he wants to be the only one. He ain't looking to elevate other black. Slander. Thank you, Grand Madam Tarot. That's the word I was looking for. It was avoid me like the plague. But it, see, I'm with X because I don't want folks to be like, damn, Theo, you really don't like that dude. I want to. I do. I want to. I be praying every night, Lord, please remove this from my. No, you know what? Let me start that lie. I don't be praying. I pray every night, but not for that. D. Steezle says, I like Sinners, but it isn't a top tier masterpiece everyone claims it is, in my opinion. And Ryan still sucks at action sequences. Once again, Steezle is really the dude, the technical dude. If he said it, I don't even know how to disagree with him on that one, because because Steezle is always constructively critical. So I don't. Let me see. Ronnie said, nope, I don't need the MCU. I just need a big box of Marvel, and we working on that, big dog. Need a big box of Marvel action figures, and I can make my own Black Panther movie with using the comics for inspiration. You're right. D. Steezle says Dr. Doolittle makes as much sense as T'Challa Jr. I'm gonna say it one more time. That's the technical expert in the group. So yeah, he gonna pinpoint them references real nice. Oh yeah. Kimoyo said Deadpool Wolverine barely broke even. Actually, according to the final financial accounting, Doomsday has to hit north of $1.5 billion to break even. I know what would have guaranteed it was gonna break $1 billion. I know, and I think we know what would have guaranteed it was gonna break $1 billion. But hey, you ain't gotta listen to us. Like we say, we got it at the house. We got it at the house. We mean we got it at the house. We good with staying at the house, to the point where some of us don't even really leave the house. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. The old joke about Lucas was he was carried by John Williams. In some ways, I feel the same about Kugler and his musical bestie and Ludwig Goranson. That's Gohanson. I'm trying. Ronnie says Doomsday is nothing but a movie full of nostalgia, trying to draw back on some of our childhoods and our young adult lives. That's all the movie's going to be trying to do. I think it's going to be enough folks that aren't comic book fans that are going to give that movie an A1 rating. I think that's what's going to happen. S. Jaddy says his writing and plotting never dazzles me. DC said S. Jaddy, that's wild statement about GL, but haters have said everything about him, and they're the reason we got Disney. You're absolutely right. Kimoyo says he don't like him. You know, when I dislike someone, it's that way for life. Damn near. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Ronnie said, I don't know, but I heard that the movie Doomsday got to hit $3 billion to be profitable. I don't believe it's going to hit that. I'm not inclined to disagree with you, and here's why. Some of that's going to come down to merch. And folks, if folks don't buy action figures, they do not understand. If they don't buy action figures, they don't buy merch. All they do is just go to the movie theater. They don't even understand what that side of the house means. While we sitting up here, we already know which one of them action figures we need. I already got a Dr. Doom action figure. I got a Monica Rambeau action figure. It's two more out there besides the one that I got. I don't need that. Ant-Man, I got him. Captain America. Well, The only way I might be moved to get another Steve Rogers action figure is if he got his Nomad costume on. But to a degree, low key, we've seen him in his Nomad costume in Avengers Infinity War, when we couldn't see yeah, that was low key his Nomad costume then. So unless they give me something from the comic books, I don't want that. Do I want Yelena Belova? I don't know. No. Do I need Fantastic Four action figures? No. No, I don't. I don't. No. So they got to make money on their merch side of the house. Do I need another M'Baku action figure? No. Shooty is Black Panther. Unless they're going to give me one from the comic books, no. So I don't think they're going to even make their money back on the merch side of the house. Because don't nobody care for MCU action figures like that. And this is an MCU movie. So, Ronnie, when you say folks, they're going to make their money back, you better make sure you're going to contribute to them making their money back. Let me see here. Marvel already downplaying the need for it to be profitable, just like Wakanda Forever, a cinematic hot mess that didn't break even, but some folks still claim it's successful. How? Well, Kimoyo, it's like I tell my wife, tell my daughters and everything like that. Feelings. Some folks like to say what they feel. I don't know whether it's the Marine in me, the only child in me, getting older. I don't know. I don't give two damns about your feelings like that. No, logic. The truth. What really transpired? I don't give two damns. Well, you can like it all you want to. You can. So some folks like S&M. I'm not one of those people. BDSM, whatever. I don't think getting your behind beat while you trying to enjoy yourself is the way to go. But hey, some folks love that. Oh, let me see here. Ronnie got it. 2-3 billion to break even. They are boned. They need They what? What you say? They need what? You say they need what? Now, mind you, I don't find that unbelievable just because of how big that damn cast is. They need what? They need 2 billion. You said, see, when you say between 2 and 3 billion, I automatically go to 2.5. They need 2.5. Say, Theo, no. 2. Okay, so for those that are, if you still here, let me just go ahead and throw this out here to you. Part of the movie getting their money back is the merch. Well, whatever that is, because you spending money on advertisement to get your money back. You want folks to come to the movie. Well, you want folks to buy merch too. Merch goes into your movie. That's what that is. Nobody gives two damns about a Red Guardian action figure from the MCU. Whether it's the comic book version or the MCU version, nobody gives a damn about Yelena Belova as an action figure. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And while you do have comic book fans that care about the comic book version of the Sentry as an action figure, his demand as an action figure ain't that damn big, and it's non-existent on the MCU side. Bucky got too many action figures sitting out there. Clearly, based on Captain America 4, nobody gives two damns about a Sam Wilson or a Falcon action figure. They don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. Now, maybe if you take Cyclops, Hasbro, I'm trying to help y'all out. Marvel Studios, I'm trying to help y'all out. James Marsden as Cyclops in an MCU version of the Jim Lee costume, you make that an action figure, he will sell. He will sell. He'll sell. Nobody wants another Professor Xavier Magneto action figure. Nobody gives two damns. You may get some money with a Channing Tatum Gambit. You may. You may, but you got a plethora of comic book version Gambits out there. So you got one of the possible. We playing spades. You got one of the possible. We need a better looking Loki action figure. We do. As far as I'm concerned, Hasbro, you ain't gave us that Loki, the de facto Loki action figure yet. Whether we talking comic books or MCU, you ain't gave it. This might be your last chance. Don't nobody want no Hawkeyes, whether it's the male or female. Don't nobody want the Hawkeyes action figure. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want no more Carol Danvers action figures. Don't nobody want that. They don't. What? Don't nobody want no more James Rose War Machine action figures. Don't nobody want that. I don't. We already got a Shang-Chi action figure, and if he wearing the same costume, because I low key saw the folks got y'all video footage online. Shang-Chi low key wearing the same costume he wore in the first movie. Nobody gonna want that. They didn't want the Shang-Chi action figures at Ollie. So the Fantastic Four ain't going through too many costume changes. Ain't nobody checking for that. So yeah, I don't see it. 2.5. I don't see that. I don't see that. Infinity War Endgame both cleared $2 billion. SJATX, that's the Doomsday MCU movie. Is that Dancing Idris, Black Panther? SJATX, that's because they released them like they plan on doing with Doomsday. You got to take the strategy into consideration. And when we say there was some stuff still out there you wanted merch-wise, Infinity Game and End War. There was still some stuff out there that you wanted that you were going to get. There's nothing out there right now that you want. And when you think about the story, you say Infinity Endgame, that one after T'Challa clearing 1.3 billion. So you low-key contributed to them making that money, no differently than I did. I'm not gonna be there this time around. And I don't think me and you the only two saying that. I bought merch from those two movies. I don't know if you did or didn't. I don't think I was the only one that bought merch from those two movies, just like I don't think I'm the only one that doesn't need any more merch. So I don't know. The only figure I would want from the Doomsday MC is the dancing, Black Panther. Endgame do that the first 2 weeks. Multiple Spidey, Iron Man 3, Captain Marvel, Deadpool, Wolverine cleared 1 billion, as did BP1 in every Avenger movie so far. What did they need to make? What did they need to make? Now, mind you, I'm gonna say this because we can spit out numbers. Numbers never lie, but they don't tell the whole story. When you talk about Spider-Man, those action figures sold out. The action figures sold out. And I mean, when I say the action figure, every last damn Spider-Man that popped up in that movie was made into an action figure. It's sold. All the villains that popped up in that Spider-Man movie, they popped up as action figures. They were in demand. So the studio is getting this money back like that. But do you need another Tobey Maguire Spider-Man? I don't. Andrew Garfield. Because that's what's going to have to happen. When movies make their money back, it ain't just the movie. It's the other stuff around the movie. You know what you did last time, you're doing it again. Just ask a question. You know what you did last time, are you doing it again? I like creator Paul Jenkins. Bob is a little more interesting when he writes him. Beyond that, Century is more interesting as an antagonist, like in say Sight and Saigi, or when he was a horseman of apocalypse. True. But who care about the action figure though? More folks care about the comic book action figure than the MCU version. Well, the MCU version is still sitting out there for sale. Well, don't drop that no more trying to get your money back because don't nobody want that. What's going on, Big Ruby? What's going on? My problem with the MCU Thunderbolts, they all got the same damn powers, except Ghost and Citrus, which is funny since the MCU don't care about the comics or could change their powers. Right, but I don't want to lose sight. We're talking about these characters being able to generate money for the movies that they're in. Nobody who wants a Ghost action figure? You already got it. They already released that when they did Ant-Man 2. So do you want a brand new up-to-date Ghost version? This would be the MCU version. Are they even going to release that action figure? Or will they release the comic book version? See, these are the things that we need to be saying, like, not just the movie in itself. The movie ain't going to make it by itself. All movies need help. The question I'm asking is the movie going to get the help that it needs? Forget the cast, forget the movie. Is the movie going to get the help it needs to cross the finish line? We got something to say about that in regards to whether or not the movie's going to cross the finish line, because whether we go watch the movie or not, are we buying the merch? Are you buying the products they're going to release to help support this movie? It's either yes or no. And if that answer is no, this movie finna struggle. It's not fair for us to compare Infinity War and Endgame when you know how you move during Infinity War and Endgame. I know how I move. We wasn't saying T'Challa no dollar. We wasn't saying recast T'Challa. T'Challa was still alive. We bought merch from both movies. We did. We did. So are we going to do it again? My answer for me, I can't speak for nobody else. My answer is I'm not doing what I did before. Why? T'Challa no dollar. You're not going to get what you got from me before because I'm not moving. I said do not take my character off the board. You could have sent my character off in space. You could have sent my character to one of these lands. Hell, my character could have been where we found my character at doing Jed McKay's run. My character could have been on a yacht out in the Atlantic Ocean just chilling. No, that ain't what we want to do. Oh, no. We got to delete him. Well, I know what I said and I know what I meant. I said T'Challa no dollar. So right off the rip, I can't help you with a damn thing in regards to Doomsday. What the name of the second movie? Doomsday and Infinity War. I can't help you with a damn thing. Can't help me. I can't help you. Mr. Smith said that's where I'll make my own figures. Just made a custom Midnight Spy. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. See, some folks still wait on a new Warriors live action series. I'm not waiting on a damn thing. I ain't waiting on a damn thing. Some folks trying to figure out when we gonna get Luke Cage and Iron Fist back. Oh, well, you can wait on Daredevil. You can. I ain't waiting on a damn thing. I ain't waiting on Cloak and Dagger. They right up there. They right up there. Oh, let me see here. No, Steezle, you didn't say blunderbolts. Steezle say those blunderbolts shouldn't have survived that Century confrontation. Reminds me when Comic Suicide Squad went up against Zod. Yep. Kimoyo say don't nobody want no figures. What's going on now, tell them? What's going on? It's just said, yeah, I cannot imagine the merchant action figure companies are happy about Kevin's creative choices. These legacies aren't cutting it. That right there. They doing this movie, and I ain't mad. You got to swing for the fence. You got to swing for the fence because you don't know how to write no damn story. So you got to overload your movie with 1 million damn people in it just to try and turn a profit. Mind you, don't nobody really care about the characters. The majority of the characters in it, nobody cares. As much as I said I didn't care for Captain America 4, I ain't hear nobody else. Remember how we was getting slammed? Oh, y'all ain't gonna support Captain America 4. Y'all ain't gonna watch that. It's y'all fault Captain America 4 failed. Then I bought 2 action figures from that damn wave, and it was a 3 action figure wave. They're all deluxe. So while I did not go to the movie because it was trash, I still went and bought the action figures so I could do something about my black action figure collection at home. Yeah. Those action figures, we were able to get us a Patriot. Yeah. Get us a nice little Elijah Bradley. Yeah. And the other one, we can sit back. I know who it's supposed to be, but no, that's kind of like a homage, an homage, if you will, to Sam's green and orange costume and everything like that. Joaquin Torres was wearing it. So yeah. We might do some, get us a nice little Falcon head sculpt with Sam in it and everything, and let that be what Sam used to rock back in the day. Yeah, that's why we did it. People, let me see here. Bishop Bullwinkle. Wait, Kimoyo said what Bishop Bullwinkle say? Lord have mercy. Bishop Bullwinkle. Lord have mercy. Bishop Bullwinkle. Y'all out of control. Let me see. Ronnie says, I feel like Kevin fighting these two, get rid of Ryan Coogler and the rest of the Black Panther cast and crew if he wants to keep his job, because I believe Disney is hopefully running out of patience. You know what? Ronnie, I'm being honest when I say I don't care what they do. The MCU ain't checking for me. I ain't checking for the MCU. I ain't checking for them. If we the Rock With Me Nation, we are, and I've been rocking with y'all like y'all been rocking with me. Y'all been rocking with me like I've been rocking with y'all. Y'all know I sit back and I look at this. What happened to Gabe Jones in Captain America: The First Avenger? See, I know we say recast T'Challa no dollar, but damn, I would like to think if you just agree with, if you say power to the people, Black power, you pro-black and everything like that, you should have been in your feelings all the way back, Captain America: The First Avenger. You should have been in your feelings then. you should have been in your feelings then. When you saw Brock Romolo fighting Sam across the building in Captain America, what the name? Captain America. What the Bucky name? Yeah, the thing with Bucky in it. Winter Soldier. I didn't feel good about watching that. It ain't but me in the movie. It's just me in the movie. The claim to fame that I got in the movie is I can fly. I caught Buddy after Black Widow kicked him off the side of the building. I can fly. Bucky then broke my wings. Now, this is going to be a reoccurring thing when I'm flying. Somebody going to always snap my wings. Bucky going to snap my wing, then kick my ass off literally kick my ass off the triskelion. Then, even though I'm special forces, and I'm fighting this other dude, and this dude who I know he gonna become Crossbones. But this dude is talking shit to me. I'm sorry. I was in my feelings because I'm a veteran. I don't like that. This dude is talking shit to me and say, "Oh, you gonna get it now?" Sunning me. I keep getting sunned with this same damn character, if I'm not mistaken. I don't feel good. And then the dude that's Tony Stark's best friend, why he still paralyzed? It's 10 years later. How long I've been talking about it didn't make no sense that James Rhodes was still paralyzed since you know me, 2020. It's 6 years later. It's 10 years. This dude finna show up in a whole damn movie paralyzed from the waist down. If anybody should be Dr. Doom, it should be James Rhodes. He should be mad. Yeah, he should be wearing an iron mask and everything. That it should be James Rhodes, but paralyzed from the waist down. Nick Fury. I ain't got no good thing with Nick Fury. I'm just good to assemble a team. I ain't seen Nick Fury whoop nobody ass. You see how I'm doing this? As a black fan. Pro-black. Riri Williams. I'm smartest person in the universe, and I still got to resort to committing crimes. I can't create an app or nothing. I got to, mind you, this ain't got a damn thing to do with the comments. I got to resort to committing crime. I don't know how to feel good about myself. I'm the most advanced nation on earth, and the best I got is a barge in the middle of the ocean. If I don't want to say it like this, but I'm gonna leave because this might be, Grandma, thank you once again for the word. This might be slander in and of itself. If you pro-black and you like what you got going on in the MCU, I'm questioning whether or not I'm questioning your pro-blackness, not your blackness, not your blackness, your pro-blackness. Like, you need to hand me your pro-black card. If you saying you pro-black and you an MCU fan, no, that's like saying you a Baltimore Raven and a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. That you can't do that. You can't do that. Them things don't line up. Them things do not. You cannot tell me you pro-black and you an MCU fan at the same time. Damn sure don't tell me you're a comic book fan, because I'm gonna call cap on all that. Get on up out of here. Let me see here. Kimoyo, let me see. Thank you with ABC who wanted to do New Warriors with Squirrel Girl of all characters. Yeah, Squirrel, what the hell? No, Dwayne Taylor. Don't bring us no New Warriors without Dwayne Taylor. Dwayne Taylor running New Warriors thing. I don't know what they had going on. Disney do got a new CEO who's from the parks and merch side of the biz. So we will see what moves he makes. But yeah, the writing ain't going to carry Doomsday. Man, if he don't get it behind in them and read them comic books, how's it our fault, Cap? Black Panther say I gotta come back, Panther. Wait, let me see. Speaking of bitch LL, his series is dropping. Shard's gonna be in there. Yeah. Yeah. Why it's gotta be a limited run though? Like, why it's gotta be a limited run? Like, we've been checking for Lucas Bishop for a minute now. Why is because they can't say we didn't read Bishop War College. We read that trash as well. So come on. Black Panther said, "How's it our fault? Cap 4 failed. It wasn't. Some of us overestimated our numbers in the spaces." Bro, we got blamed. Wait, Captain America 4 came out that weekend, right? Daryl ain't in the live, but Kimoyo is. We woke up that Monday morning and we was getting blasted. We didn't get named, but you know when you could tell, yeah, it was our fault because we bashed Captain America 4, because we didn't go see Captain America 4, because we didn't support Captain America 4. I was like, I told you I wasn't going, and I told you why. You shouldn't want to go see that trash any damn way your damn self. Somebody, it's our fault. And, no, it's their fault for that lame ass movie they put together. Yeah. And the person that got mad about us not going, I didn't see them with not one piece of merch from that movie. That was the damnedest thing about it. Mad, wanted to have a call to action for folks to go see a trash behind movie, but then had nothing to show that they even supported the movie. They got mad at folks for not going to go see. Make it make sense. Let me see. Bishop Bullwick and Health. Hell no. To the no. Yeah, we got that. I could care less what they do with the MCU. I got T'Challa at the house. Wakanda at the house. And as they told us, they've encouraged us over on TikTok, grow our Wakanda at the house. There are folks that want to see what that look like. There are some folks, I want to say this so we understand. There are folks that don't look like us, want to see what that vision look like. So to my brothers in arms, when it comes to having our Wakanda at the house, the customizing, the kit bashing we doing, keep doing it. Keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do. Let's see here. Captain, can a brother get along? Captain, can a brother get along? America was just Incredible Hulk 1.5 without Bruce. You are absolutely right. Hey, Mr. Theo, it still ticks me off when I see the character Rhodey in a wheelchair. That's nothing but false representation, and it is so disrespectful to me. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Comic Rhodey is basically the black $6 million man, got cyborg enhancement. That was too badass for fighting. He ain't using them. Because I ain't saying he ain't got them, but that nonsense that was going over there in the West Coast Avengers, they could have kept that. What Kimoyo say? Yep, we got blamed. Yo, I like Bishop when he was in the District X series getting his detective on. Yeah. Yep. Man, we got this Rock With Me Nation and the Rock With Me Nation cinematic universe. I caught that. You threw that CU up there. I had to break that down. But yeah. So long story short, just to summarize it, if, like I said, I could have looked at Chat GPT and everything. I did have that, but we rocking and rolling the way we rocking and rolling on the way we do tonight and everything. I don't feel good, just realistically speaking. I don't feel good about the portrayal, the future portrayal of T'Challa, Wakanda in comics, nor in movies. Why? Because the folks in charge have shown historically they don't care. And because they historically shown they don't care, I worked hard to make sure, because I care. And I'm not looking for anybody else to care about what I care about. I care. So I've done my due diligence to enhance my Wakanda, my Black Panther experience in my own home. And in doing that, I've been able to meet some amazing people. D. Steezle, Mr. Smith, Grand Madam Tarot, my brother Dora, Kimoyo, Gray, Miss Keita and everything like that. S. Jaddix, yourself, Black Panther. I have been able to meet and interact with so many amazing people who actually care about the character that I care about, that I ain't got to go look outside of that circle. I don't. I really, really don't. I would rather stay where our character is celebrated by going around folks who just tolerate our character. I'm good right here. That said, we are out of here. What's going on? There my brother go, my brother Dara go. More folks that don't look like us didn't support the whole sequel. I mean, Cap, for you. What's going on? He said he watching TV. Okay, I appreciate it, big dog. Speaking of watching TV, we do say sharing is caring, right? This is how, I love it when folks say they don't get caught up in identity politics. That's usually code for saying I don't want to tell somebody to stop being a racist in my comment section. Here's the perfect example of not getting involved in identity politics. Netflix, War Machine, Alan Rickman. Me and the missus watched it last night. Go check that out. If you have no plans for the rest of this evening and you want you a nice science fiction thriller, this is it. Alan Rickman hits this out the park. if you're prior service, you're gonna love it. If you know, feel esprit de corps, loyalty, all that. Damn it, if you somebody that's a ranger or know you related to a ranger in the army, go when we get off of here. When we get off of here, that's a nice movie. That's a nice movie. Go check that out. You will enjoy it. And if you want us to come back and do a review, a summarization on War Machine, we can absolutely do that. But go check out War Machine. If God knows, if we checked out Ice Cube's War of the Worlds, we can check out War Machine. Sabra, you on the 60, bro? You yeah. I think so. Sabra casting was awful, and she's a yeah. I don't even know why they did that. War Machine, yeah, bro. War Machine, go check that out, bro. It's one of them things. War Machine, excellent movie. The movie with Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa, that's on Amazon. Outstanding. Like, if you are somebody that's in the action, you can't go wrong. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. That's it. See, that's how you don't get involved in identity politics. You see what I just did? And I'm saying this to those that don't know how not to do it. You don't do it because you love stuff. You're not gonna let folks get out of pocket, because at the end of the day, they represent who you are. And if you are who you say you are, stand on it 10 toes. It ain't identity politics when somebody asks you about folks making a racist statement in your comment. You need to be checking the folks in your racist comments, making the racist comments, and you need to be telling them you don't get involved in identity politics. See, that's the thing. You're telling the wrong folks you don't participate in identity politics. How about you tell the racists to keep their racist comments to themselves? Do that on their own time. How about that? Or what you could do is just not engage with them people anyway. As I said, it ain't that damn hard. I'm out. Like, share, subscribe. I may or may not come back with some comic book reviews. I'm probably fishing to go back I'm probably finna go watch War Machine. Just to let you know, this movie will take you on an emotional roller coaster, and you don't see where it's coming from. You don't see where it's coming from. And when I say that, you don't see the elements of surprise when they come in. Considering, the most I would tell you is this: there is no organic antagonist in this movie. There's no organic antagonist in this movie, and I thought this movie would have missed it. You know, the horror elements of it and everything like that. Oh no. Oh no. No. They did that. So I'm out. Read this last note. Need to check it out. On the comic side, I prefer War Machine over Iron Man since the 94 series. Listen, hit me up with that, man, because I'll be you said, because you know ain't nothing finna act like that. You said my dog got cybernetic. Hit me up with that, Steezle, and everything like that. DM me. That said, I'm out. Thank y'all so much. This has been a pleasure. We will come back and do this again and everything like that. If there's any comic book you would like for me to cover, we don't play identity politics over here. Let me know what that is and everything like that. I'm still reviewing Genesis, just working my way through it. I do not want the creator to think that I've abandoned it. No, I have not. Just working my way through it. That said, we are out. Next time, in the meantime, in between time, remember the late, great Don Cornelius. Love, peace, and soul. And remember the late, great Chad Cornelius. Lord have mercy. That would be a bad name for a child. Chadwick Boseman. I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.